The Frontier Archives. Recovered audio log. Entry 003. Classification. Declassified. Location. Planet Kheros. Primary. Event. Dominion orbital bombardment. Secondary. Event. Initial builder system activation. Canon significance. First recorded awakening of builder infrastructure since the disappearance of the builders. Status. Verified historical record.
Their works remain not as monuments but as echoes of purpose. Archive note. The first shot had been fired. There would be no taking it back. Across the valley, silence returned. Not the peaceful silence the Ashari had always known, but the terrible silence that exists only after history has changed forever. Smoke drifted through the village square. Broken crystal fragments shimmered beneath the fading sunlight. Children clung to their parents. The wounded struggled to stand. Even the Dominion Marines seemed uncertain. No one had expected the crystal pillar to answer with such unimaginable power. High above Kheros, the Dominion fleet awakened. Formation lights ignited one after another across the darkness. Hundreds of warships shifted into perfect military alignment. From the surface, they resembled new stars appearing in the evening sky. Beautiful, cold, merciless.
Sky Guardian, the stars are moving.
Zandor looked toward the heavens. His heart sank. He recognized the formation instantly. He had seen it before, on worlds whose names no longer appeared on any star chart. No, he knew exactly what came next, not because he had been told, because he had survived it. The fleet was no longer preparing to negotiate. It was preparing to occupy. A cold wind swept across the valley. The crystal trees vibrated with a deep harmonic resonance. Blue light pulsed beneath the village pathways. Far beyond the mountains, the northern ruins glowed brighter than before. Something beneath Kheros had awakened aboard the Dominion flagship. Vorak stood motionless before the tactical display. The blue energy rising from the northern continent reflected across his crimson visor. Commander Rexus approached.
General, orbital formations are complete. All fleets report ready.
Vorak remained silent. His gaze never left the holographic image of Kheros.
Awaiting your command.
For several long seconds, there was only silence.
So much history, balanced upon a single decision.
Commander Rexus said nothing. He had served beside Vorak long enough to recognize doubt. It was something almost no one else had ever witnessed. Far below, the Ashari knew nothing of orbital weapons, nothing of fleet doctrine, nothing of planetary bombardment. They looked toward the stars and still saw beauty.
They're beautiful.
Zandor slowly knelt beside him. His eyes never left the fleet above.
They aren't stars.
Kale looked confused.
What are they?
Zandor answered without looking away.
They're the reason worlds disappear.
Above them, the Dominion fleet opened its weapon ports. Tiny points of crimson light appeared beneath hundreds of warships. Across the valley, the crystal forests began singing once again. Only this time, their song sounded like a warning. Scene 10. No commander begins a war believing it will consume the innocent. They begin believing it will end before the innocent are touched. Frontier Archives, Military Analysis, Volume 7. High above Kheros, the Dominion fleet waited. Thousands of officers stood at their stations. Weapons remained locked. Targeting systems tracked every movement below. The entire armada waited for a single command. Aboard the Dominion flagship, silence filled the command bridge. General Vorak stood before the enormous tactical display. The holographic image of Kheros rotated slowly. Blue energy continued spreading beneath the northern mountains. Commander Rexus looked toward the general.
General, the energy field is expanding. Our science division estimates exponential growth.
Vorak remained silent.
If the object beneath the surface reaches full activation, we may lose containment.
Several officers exchanged uneasy glances. No one interrupted.
Estimated time?
Unknown. But every projection indicates acceleration.
The bridge became quiet again. Vorak closed his eyes. For only a moment, history would later record this as the final opportunity for peace. Only those present would know how close it truly came. Vorak opened his eyes.
Transmit one final evacuation warning.
Commander Rexus hesitated.
General, our dropships remain inside the blast zone.
I am aware.
And if they refuse,
Vorak looked toward the glowing planet.
They won't understand.
Another long silence.
They begin orbital suppression.
Across the bridge, every officer froze. The order echoed through the flagship.
orbital suppression confirmed.
His hands moved across the tactical console. One command. Thousands of systems responded. Across orbit, Dominion warships came alive. Weapon ports opened. Massive emitter arrays rotated into firing position. Power surged through kilometer-long energy conduits. The darkness surrounding Kheros slowly filled with crimson light. Far below, the Ashari watched in wonder. To them, the stars themselves had begun to glow.
They're becoming brighter.
Zandor looked upward, his face turned pale.
No.
He knew that light. He had watched it consume cities. He had watched it erase civilizations.
Everyone, take cover, now!
The villagers stared at him in confusion. They had never heard such fear in his voice. The crystal forests suddenly erupted with brilliant blue light. The entire valley vibrated. Ancient harmonics echoed beneath the ground. The vault answered. High above, every Dominion targeting computer suddenly flashed the same warning. Unknown energy interference across the bridge. Alarms sounded.
General, our firing solutions are destabilizing.
Commander Rexus turned sharply.
The planet is interfering with weapon guidance.
Vorak stared at the display, not with anger, with disbelief.
What are you?
No one aboard the Dominion fleet realized it. No one on Kheros understood it. But something beneath the surface had just awakened completely, and for the first time in countless ages, it was looking back. Scene 11, Fire from Heaven. Every civilization believes the sky will always protect them. History remembers the day it did not. Frontier Archives, War Records, Volume 3. The sky changed, not with thunder, not with lightning, with light. Far above Kheros, hundreds of crimson beams formed beneath the Dominion fleet. For one breathtaking moment, they remained suspended in silence, like stars waiting to fall.
They're beautiful.
The words echoed across the village. Some smiled, others simply stared in wonder. No one understood what they were witnessing.
Down! Everyone down!
His voice broke the silence. He grabbed Kyle with one arm, pulled Luma close with the other, shielding them beneath his own body. The first orbital lance descended. It crossed the heavens faster than thought. It did not strike the village. It struck an empty ridge beyond the northern forests. The mountain vanished, not exploded. Vanished. Stone became light. Light became ash. The shockwave arrived seconds later. The earth convulsed. Crystal trees bent violently. Windows shattered. Lanterns burst apart. The entire valley shook as though Kheros itself cried out in pain.
The mountain?
Where the mountain had stood, there was only a column of white-blue energy reaching into the sky. The Ashari had no word for bombardment, no word for orbital warfare, no word for extinction. They only knew that a piece of their world had disappeared. High above, the Dominion bridge watched in silence. No cheers, no celebration, only reports.
Impact confirmed. Target eliminated.
Commander Rexus studied the tactical display. His expression tightened.
General, the vault's energy signature has increased.
Vorak never looked away from Kheros.
I expected as much.
Our bombardment appears to be accelerating the awakening.
A long silence settled over the bridge.
Cease further orbital fire.
The officers looked up in surprise.
General,
We came to contain it, not awaken it.
Below, Zandor slowly lifted his head. Dust drifted across the village. Children cried. Parents searched frantically for loved ones. The once peaceful valley had become unrecognizable. The crystal pathways glowed brighter than ever before. Blue light flowed beneath every home, every tree, every stone. The ground itself pulsed like a living heartbeat.
Kheros is trying to tell us something.
The old elder reached toward the glowing earth. The crystal beneath his hand answered, not with heat, not with pain, with memory. Ancient symbols raced beneath the surface, visible for only a heartbeat. Then they were gone.
This isn't just a planet.
He looked toward the northern ruins. The blue column still reached into the heavens.
It's alive.
Above them, General Vorak stared at exactly the same light, separated by orbit, united by one realization. Neither side understood what had awakened beneath Kheros, but both now understood one terrible truth. The battle for Kheros had never been about the Ashari. Scene 12, The Silence After Fire. Every battle is fought twice, first with weapons, then with memory. Frontier Archives, Survivor Testimonies, Volume 2. Silence. Not because the war had ended, because no one yet understood what had happened. Dust drifted through the valley like pale morning fog. The crystal trees no longer sang. They hummed, low, unsteady, as though the world itself had been wounded. The mountain was gone, where ancient stone had stood for countless generations. There was now only a pillar of shimmering blue light reaching into the heavens. Its glow reflected across every face in the village. No Ashari had ever witnessed destruction on such a scale. Many simply stared, unable to understand, unable to speak.
Will the mountain come back?
No one answered.
Did we do something wrong?
Elder Karem slowly knelt beside the children. His weathered hand rested gently upon the glowing crystal pathway. The light beneath his fingers pulsed once, almost like a heartbeat.
No, you did nothing wrong.
His voice carried the calm that had guided generations. Yet even he could not hide the sadness in his eyes. For the first time in Ashari history, children asked questions their elders could not answer. Across the village, families searched for one another. Lanterns lay shattered. Homes had cracked beneath the shockwave. Crystal gardens that had grown for centuries were buried beneath stone and dust. No one spoke of revenge, only of those who needed help.
Check every house. Stay together. No one is left behind.
Without hesitation, the villagers moved, not as soldiers, as neighbors. Hands reached through broken beams. Parents carried frightened children. Strangers comforted strangers. The Ashari had no experience with war, but they understood compassion, and in that moment, it became their greatest strength. High above, General Vorak watched the same valley through the flagship's observation deck. The tactical display listed damage assessments, casualty estimates, strategic projections, numbers. He turned away from the screen.
How many?
Commander Rexus hesitated.
We don't know. Our sensors cannot distinguish civilians from energy interference.
Vorak remained silent. The answer did not comfort him.
They should have evacuated.
Commander Rexus did not reply. Both men understood the truth. No warning could prepare a people who had never imagined war. Far below, the blue light beneath the valley continued to spread, not rapidly, patiently. Crystal roots awakened beneath every field, every river, every mountain. The pulse reached farther than before, toward places forgotten by history, toward doors that had remained closed for ages beyond memory. Zandor noticed it first. The crystal beneath his boots responded to each heartbeat. A rhythm, not random, intentional. He knelt and placed his hand upon the glowing stone. For an instant, he saw something, a city of impossible towers, countless stars reflected across an endless ocean of crystal. figures walking beneath blue suns. Then, it was gone.
That wasn't a vision, it was a memory.
Elder Karam looked at him.
Whose memory?
Zandor slowly looked toward the northern ruins. The blue column still reached into the sky.
I don't think it belongs to us.
For the Dominion, the bombardment had been a military operation. For the Ashari, it was the end of innocence. For Kheros, it was only the beginning. Scene 13, The Guardian's Choice. A guardian does not stand because victory is certain. He stands because someone else cannot. Frontier Peacekeeper Doctrine. Archive reference, FA-AUK 07. Location, Ashari Village Event. Evacuation of the Crystal Valley. Status, verified historical record. The sky continued to burn. Far above, the Dominion fleet remained suspended over Kheros like an iron constellation. Its crimson weapon ports slowly dimmed. But no one below believed the danger had passed. War had already changed the valley forever. The Ashari gathered in silence. No council had called them. No elder had summoned them. They simply came together. Families, children, friends, neighbors. For thousands of years, this village had known only peace. Today, they stood together beneath a wounded sky. Zandor looked across the crowd. Some still stared toward the missing mountain. Others held frightened children close. Many searched the faces around them, hoping someone else knew what to do. They looked to the Sky Guardian, not because he was Ashari, not because he was their leader, because he had seen this before. And if anyone understood the path ahead, it was him. Zandor stepped onto the ancient crystal platform at the center of the village. The glowing pathways beneath his boots pulsed softly, almost as if Kheros itself was listening.
We leave.
The words settled over the village. No one answered, no one argued.
Leave our home?
Zandor nodded.
We leave today. We travel west. We stay together. No one walks alone.
An elderly Ashari man looked toward the crystal gardens.
My grandfather planted those trees.
Zandor followed his gaze. Blue crystal leaves shimmered gently in the evening wind.
Then we'll return and plant them again.
The old man slowly lowered his head. Not in surrender, in acceptance. Hope is sometimes nothing more than believing tomorrow still exists. Kyle stepped closer. His voice barely rose above a whisper.
Will you be with us?
For a moment, Zandor could not answer. He already knew where he belonged.
I'll make sure you have time.
Kale frowned.
I don't understand.
Zandor knelt beside him.
You don't have to.
He gently rested a hand on Kale's shoulder.
You just have to keep walking.
Nearby, Luma clutched her singing crystal. The crystal emitted a faint blue glow. She looked toward Elder Karam.
The crystals are afraid.
The words caused several Ashari to look at one another. No one laughed. Children often noticed what adults could not. Elder Karam stepped forward. He removed the ancient crystal pendant from around his neck. It was worn smooth by generations of careful hands. He placed it in Zandor's palm.
Belong to the first keeper.
Zandor looked at the crystal. Its blue light slowly brightened.
I can't take this.
Elder Karam smiled sadly.
It was never meant to remain with us.
Silence.
I believe it has been waiting for you.
The pendant pulsed, once, twice, then, deep beneath the village. The vault answered. A wave of blue light spread through the crystal pathways, across the fields, into the forests, toward the northern ruins. The heartbeat of Kheros had grown stronger. High above, Commander Rexus studied the tactical display.
General, the civilians are evacuating.
General Vorak watched the moving clusters of life signs, children, families, elders, slowly disappearing into the western forests.
Do not pursue them.
Commander Rexus nodded.
And the Guardian.
Vorak's crimson visor remained fixed on the lone figure standing in the village square.
He has already chosen.
Should we capture him?
Vorak remained silent for several seconds.
No.
Commander Rexus looked surprised.
A man who stands alone is already prepared to die.
Across an entire world, Two commanders stood beneath different skies, one beneath crystal trees, one beneath cold steel. Neither wished for war, neither would abandon their duty. History would call them enemies. The frontier archives would remember them differently, as the last Ashari disappeared into the glowing western forests. Zandor remained behind. The wind carried ash through the empty village. His pulse rifle rested across his back. The ancient crystal pendant glowed softly in his hand. Ahead, Dominion forces prepared to advance. Behind, an entire civilization trusted him with its future. The Sky Guardian took one final look at the home he had sworn to protect. Then he turned and walked toward the coming storm. End of Part 1. Continues in Chapter 3, Part 2.